Hello my lovelies, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So for today's video, we are going to do something that I've been wanting to do for a couple of weeks now since my friend Marissa, which you'll find her here on YouTube and on Instagram as Enchanted Rose Beauty Reviews. She bought me a palette last month, I think it was, and I have been wanting to play with this palette since I got it. I've been so excited because I've never had a Nastasha Denona palette before. And then I had also bought a Tarte palette, or a Too Faced palette, I'm sorry, a Too Faced palette that I got, and it was the Just Peachy, and I hadn't had that one that long, and I got them both right around the same time. So I thought, you know what, they kind of have like this similar kind of feel. They're both completely matte palettes, so why not battle them together? So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to have a good old-fashioned palette battle. We're going to do one side with one and one side with the other. Let me talk to you a little bit about these palettes. This is my first ever Nastasha Denona. Like I said, I've never had anything from Nastasha Denona because I can't afford her palettes. That being said, I just purchased a whole lot of makeup because they're having a Memorial Day sale. And I took advantage of those sales because if you've watched me, you know that I don't buy anything full price. I never do. I always buy things when I get coupons, when I get special buy one, get ones. Anything that's a sale is when I buy my makeup and skincare. I do not pay full price for anything. I just don't. I don't know why. I've always been that way. If I find a special deal or bargain, that's when I get stuff. So that's when Marissa bought this palette for me because it was on sale. Well, this palette regularly sells for $129 and it was on sale for $64.50. And it's still, that's a lot of money. So for her to buy this for me, especially at that price, because I know she struggles just as much as everybody else does. This was like, I literally cheered up. I was so humbled, and I've talked about this before, and if you've watched my videos, you have seen me talk about this before, and I forgot to introduce myself. I do this all the time. I'm so used to just talking to you guys like you're my friends, and I think you all should know who I am, and half of you probably don't. My name is Jenny, and I am so happy to have each one of you here. So thank you. Thank you again for being here. Anyway, this is the Safari palette, and it is like a metal type palette. And this is her glory, and she is absolutely beautiful. And this palette also features these little like holes, and the reason for that is because these are magnetic palettes. You can actually pop these colors out if you want to like rearrange them, if you want to replace them, if something breaks and you want to put something else in its place, whatever you want to do. So you can do whatever you want to, but you can't change where the names are. That's the only thing. So if you were to say, okay, well, I don't like that color there, I want it over here, you can't change where the name is. That's the only thing. But that is an option in there that you, like if one does happen to shatter, you can pop it out and throw it away or whatever you need to do with it. They are not tested on animals. It is made in Italy. Each shadow, there's 15 in here, and each shadow is 2.5 grams. And like I said, it is on sale at Sephora, and I think even her own website for $64.50. So I think that's like how much that palette's going to be for. The other palette I have is the Just Peachy. And it does come, you can either get it by itself or you can get it in a collection, which is what I did. I got the lip color, which is this color right here. And then, what color is this one? This is called Diffuse Matte Lip Color and Day Drinking. Dry drinking, oh my god. Day drinking. I can't even say that right. Anyway, I know I haven't been day drinking. I don't think I'm drinking my water. I better take a sip. This might be a long video, guys. Okay, lemon water is drinking. Okay. This palette I got with that, and then I also got it with mascara. But if you were to buy this palette alone, the palette is $45. And it's really weird because if you look on the Sephora website, it says on there that it's a Sephora exclusive. But you can go to the Too Faced palette, the site, and you can buy it there too for $40. Anywhere you look, you're going to get it for $45. And it is 12 shadows for 125 grams. It's a very beautiful cover or packaging. I mean, it's plastic, but it's so pretty. And it's got this little peach like right here in the snaps, and it smells like peaches and creams. They did infuse it with peaches and fig, so it does smell like peaches and cream. And this is what it looks like. I have swatched a couple colors in my previous video about that, but they're very similar. They're both like mattes, and they do have some of the similar shades in it. This one does have pops of the blues and the reds, but they do have some of the similar shades in it. That's why I decided to use these two for a battle of the palettes. And the reason I'm doing battle of the palettes is because I have so many palettes that I want to try out for you guys. So I thought this is one way to kind of to kind of get through that. Like I said, Nastasha Denona does not test on animals. However, I was looking up some information on the Too Faced. They do not test on animals, but they are owned by Estee Lauder. And as of 2019, Estee Lauder does still test on animals in some cases. Just to put that out there, just to let you all know that. Okay, so on my face today, I am using my Charlotte Tilbury, the Airbrush False Flawless Foundation. This is one of my favorite ones. This and the YSL foundations are my two favorite foundations. For a while there, my favorite was the Uma. I think is that how you pronounce it? I used to have a snake named Unoma, so I always get it mixed up. But anyway, I have this one. It's in the color 3 Neutral. I was using the 3 Cool and the 4 Neutral because of my vitiligo. If you see my previous video, I was talking about that. And this jewelry, if you're wondering, this is paparazzi jewelry. I got it from my friend Candy. I have several people that I know that sell it, but this came from Candy Green. It's $5 just for this and this together. It's only $5. And it's just so gorgeous. I just got it the other day. Anyway, and I've already primed my lids. Today in my P. Louise that I always use, this is Rimmer 1. Usually I use 05, but I'm using 1 today. And we're just going to do it. Like I said, this might be a long video. I mean, it took me 7 minutes just to get through the introduction because I wanted to talk about how these palettes were. And I think what I'm going to do is I think on this eye, I'm going to use the Nastasha Denona. And on this eye, I'm going to use the Just Peachy Too Faced. And I want to start with the Nastasha Denona because that's something I've never used any of her products. I want to try, and we're just going to see. I have no clue what I'm going to do, and I have no clue where to start. I really don't. I haven't even thought about it. Like, usually I think about it before I do the videos. I kind of look at the product, and I'm like, okay, I might, you know, kind of do this with it or whatever. And I did not even go there. Didn't even think about it at all. So I'm just going to kind of look at it because I have no clue. And I will be using, in this video, you'll see me grab 3 different brand brushes. I will be using my bling brushes, I'll be using Juno brushes, and I'll be using Moda brushes. And the Moda brushes, I have the Moda Pros, Moda Studios, and then different types of Moda. And I might grab a few Sigma brushes here and there, but those are just the ones that I use in all my videos. Okay, so the first color I think I'm going to use, speaking of Sigma, I use this to kind of pat down my base as I go. I'm going to try to stick to the same shades as much as I possibly can to kind of give it a fair shake. So since there is like a peachy color in both, I'm going to start with like that. So in this one, I'm going to use the color, I have to use my magnifying glass because I can't see with my glasses, Mila, and that's the color right here. And I was going to swatch them all for you, but since we're kind of doing a battle of the palettes, I'm just gonna go right in and just start. And there is a lot of kick up in this pan. Like I said, since I haven't used Nastasha Denona before, I don't know if that's a normal thing. I really don't. I don't have anything to base anything off of. I really don't. And there's no smell to her palette. This one, I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure. And I'm just gonna lay this kind of like in my, I don't have the crease because I do have hooded eyes. And I'm using Bling Brush E3. And I'm just going to kind of go over. And my hair's getting so long. I did do my bangs again. I've trimmed them twice. And I thinned my hair twice. I have twice. I thinned my hair twice. Thinned my hair twice. I still can't say it. Twice. I have thinning shears. I used to cut my own hair. For years I cut my own hair in between stylists when I first moved to West Virginia. And then when I was going through chemo and all that, when my hair came back, I did my own hair. Before I found a stylist down here. And I had thinning shears because my hair gets very thick. So I thinned my hair twice. So I did not go get a haircut. I just happened to thin my hair last week. So yeah, so I did that. Alright, that color really doesn't show up very well. It's barely there. So yeah. And I do have very sensitive eyes. So I'm not sure how these will affect my eyes. And since those colors are very similar, I'm just going to wipe off. I'm going to use my color switch. I have 2 color switches. They're both Junos. I'm just going to use that, and I'm going to wipe that off to do the other And I'm going to use color Peaches and Cream, which is this color right here. And like I said, it smells like peaches and cream. And I'm going to see how it plays on this side. Okay, they're very similar. This one has more depth in the color. My hair's getting in the way. I'm going to have to end up pinning it up if it keeps falling down. And if you hear noise in the background, that's just my dog, Sophie. She's snoring on the bed. I have 3 of my dogs on the bed. The 4th dog, which you don't see really much in videos, hardly at all, is my son's dog, Mo. He's the only male dog we have. And he's with him somewhere in the house. But the 3 girls are on the bed. You see Cassie. She's the Sheba. And then you might, yeah, back here in the corner, that's my pug. And then Roxy is hidden in the pillows up there. She's the pit that you see a lot in my videos. So I definitely do not have like a professional setup. If you've never been here before, this is literally in my bedroom up against my wall. So yeah, I want my own makeup room. I have a spare bedroom, but we have antique furniture in there and a brass type bed. So I keep all of my giveaway stuff in there. Speaking of giveaways, you won't see this in time, but I had a giveaway that ended tonight, the day that I'm filming this. And I'm really excited about that because that was my anniversary. Today is my 3rd anniversary of the day that I had my mastectomy. And it was my 22nd wedding anniversary, the day that I started this giveaway. So it's a little bit bittersweet. So I wanted to make that a very special giveaway. So that's what this giveaway was all about. So yeah, I'm yeah, I don't know how else to put it. It's a little bittersweet day, put it that way. The mastectomy, you know, obviously was a lifesaver. The chemo was a lifesaver because without chemo I would have been dead. I mean, she flat out told me that without the chemo that I would have died because I didn't want to do chemo. But I did because my husband asked her straight up, if she doesn't do chemo, will she die? And she said, yes, she will. So I did chemo. Okay, so on this eye over here, I'm going to use color. Let's see. Trying to see which colors are similar. I think I'm going to darken that crease up a little bit. So I am going to use, I'm going to use color Amara on my left eye and Fresh Picked on the right. So I'll show you those colors. This is Amara and this one right here. And then on my right eye is this one right here. So I'll be using both of those. And I'm using my motor brush, and this is the small shader brush, which is this one right here. I love these brushes. I really do. And I'm just gonna go right in my crease. And like I said, I really don't, I have one, but it just gets hidden because of my my hood that I have there. And I'm really a little bit deep set and a little bit of hood, like all kind of combined. But I've been trying to use my crease more. And then trying to smoke it up a little bit. So I've been trying to do different tricks with my eyes, but I don't do too good. Obviously, I'm not a makeup artist by any way, shape, or form. I just like playing with makeup. And that's what you'll see on my channel, is just me. I do a lot of unboxings, a lot of my opinion reviews. And they're not really reviews because they're like a first impressions because I don't use my palettes a whole lot because I have so many of them. I just like, I collect makeup. I'm a makeup collector. I love makeup and I love to have palettes just to have them. But I know that's really hard for a lot of people to understand. But I like to have them. I like to have the option of like the one day I want to go in and like play with something, I have it. And I don't know where this channel is going to lead me to. I really don't. I don't know whether or not I'll be at the point one day where I'll just like stop and I'll have, you know, 200 palettes because I'm getting up there in palettes now. I just ordered a bunch over the weekend. So I don't know whether or not I'll get to that point and I'll be looking at myself like, what the hell? Why do I have 200 palettes? You know, because I get them to do first impressions for you guys. So I don't know whether I'll get to that point or whether I'm going to get to that point and still be doing this channel and I'll still be getting more. I don't know. I mean, the only reason I started getting the amount of palettes I got was to do first impressions for you guys, because last fall, I mean, I might have had a handful. I had all the Juvia's Place. Put it that I had all the Juvia's Place. But besides that, and a couple of Jeffree Stars, Jaclyn Hill, and James Charles, that's all I had. I didn't have anything else. So it wasn't until I really decided to put my heart into this channel at Christmas time. That's when I started really adding to my palette collection. Okay, so I just kept talking and talking and did not pay attention to the fact that my camera stopped. So what I was saying was, it literally stopped like right at the end of a sentence, which was perfect when I go to edit this. It'll just pop right back on. What I was saying was, I was adding onto my collection. So like I said, as I go with my channel, I don't know where it's going to lead me to. So I don't know if I'm going to look back and say, why do I have all these palettes? That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, so I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that, because I do that all the time. So I'm gonna do this side over here with that other color. And I was looking for, after I finished that sentence, I was trying to find a brush that was similar to the other brush I have. And the first one I used was the Moda one. This is my Juno brush. It is ES17, and it's very similar to the other one. It's a little more stiff though, but it's still going to place the color on the same way. And they're very similar in color. I do notice that the Natasha Denona colors, they both have the same amount of kick up in the pan, but the Natasha Denona doesn't seem like it's as hard to work with. It seems like it lays a little bit better. I really got to pay attention to my timing. I keep forgetting because I changed my settings. I had trouble with my focusing. It was an automatic focus, but it was really hard trying to focus up close on things when I would show you products. And I still have some of that issues with this one, and Marissa told me to try a different setting, and I did that, and it helped a whole lot, but it took my time down by 10 minutes. So I have to kind of watch my time a little bit more, and I forget. I've been doing the same setting now for a month, and I still forget. This might not have been the best brush. This is a little stiffer, I think. Yeah, this is a little bit better. This is ES19. It's a little fluffier, but it's a little bit softer, I think, to put this color in. He must have got the mower going, I hear it. So he went somewhere and got that part. His bolt actually sheared off completely. The man loves to mow. Because we were looking for another house, because we had to downsize because I could not keep up with the other house. It was 3 levels. This is 3 levels, but it's a split level. And it's a level in between. So it's a split foyer with a level in between. And then it has a 2-car garage, which actually it's only 1 by the time we put all our stuff in it. But anyway, I just couldn't keep the steps. It was just too much going up and down, all those steps and everything. So when I was sick, so we downsized, and then when we got here, we were looking for something, didn't have so much land to mow. And he saw this house, and I'm like, but honey, it's got an acre of land. You still have all this land. And he's, yeah, but there's no HOA here. He said, there's no one telling us what we can do with our land, and there's no one telling us not to cut trees down. Where we were before, we had someone that told us, you can't cut that tree down. If, you want to cut that tree down, you have to get permission. And we had trees that literally had fallen down, and we had to take them out. And it was just really bad. But anyway, that's why he decided on this house. And I was just like, okay, but you're going to have all this grass to mow. And he complains, but he loves doing it. So, yeah, this is. I told him this is his house. I was not going to make the decision on whether to purchase it, because at the time I was still going through cancer treatments. And I said, if something happens to me, I want you to be happy with the house, not me. I don't want the house to be dependent upon what I want in case something happens to me. And I still not have, we've been here for a little over 2 years, and I'm still not quite. I'm very, very, very fortunate. I feel very fortunate. I'm very grateful. I'm just not feeling it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm just not used to it, I guess, yet. I don't know. It's hard to explain. very hard to explain. And this is very patchy. I'm having trouble with this one. I've tried 2 different brushes and I'm still having trouble with this side over here. I'm going to use that first brush and kind of just this out. But the Nastasha, I mean, bam, right on. This side is very patchy. Okay, so for the bottom part of my lid, usually, yeah, if you watch me, you know, I usually only put 1 color right here. I'm going to go all the way across. I'm just going to try something completely different. And I'm just going to use a lighter color. I wanted to use this pink in here because I really wanted to see this color right here. I'm going to actually swatch it because I want to see what it looks like. It's a very pretty color. I don't know if it really shows on camera, but it's a really pretty color. But there's nothing in the other palette. I mean, the closest one that we have would be this color right here. But it's kind of, do it this way. It's kind of peachy. So I don't know whether or not, I mean, they're similar, but I don't know if they'd be similar enough to try. So I'm just going to use like a bone color. I'm going to try. Let's try the bone color first. I'm going to use this color right here. And the name of that color is called Aya. And then I'm going to use a similar color on the other side. And we're going to use Peach Butter, which is this one right here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use a flat brush. And I'm going to usually use my finger, but I'm just going to brush it up this time. I just dropped something. I don't know what it was. Oh, a brush. If you watch me, you know that I drop stuff all the time. I'm the most clumsy person that you ever run across. Okay, I'm going to use E4. And it's a bling brush. So let's see what that does. So much kick up. So much. Okay, that's not showing up. Yeah, that's not showing up. Let me use the other side of that brush. Both of them have kick up, so they're both very similar in that respect. Okay, the color's not showing up on either eye, so I think I am going to go in with that pink and peach, you know, the ones that are similar. I'm going to try that on both eyes because I'm not getting any color payoff. Ooh, talk about kick up. Check that out. I'm not getting any color payoff at all with that. Yeah, I'm just not getting any color payoff with that. I just didn't want it to blend, and that pink kind of blends, but it does kind of, I mean, it blends, but it also blends in a good way because it blends up. Does that make sense? Color switching it. Yeah, see this almost blends. Tapped in my color switch, what the heck? And if you don't know what a color switch is, just this like charcoal thing that you can rub your brush off in between. And see, that's just like all one color. That just became all one color. That is a disappointment. Gosh, okay. I don't know what else to do with that, guys, because that's all one color. Well, I'm not going to change it because I'm here to do first impressions on it, so I'm not going to change that. Alright, so for the outside, I'm going to use these two little brushes here. They're both Moda's. We have a smoky eye, and then this one, I don't know if it has a name. Let me see if this one has a name. Yep, they're both smoky eyes. The one's just a smaller brush, but they're both the same. Okay. This is like a travel brush. I just love the feel of these, like in the hand. That's why I like this one. This is my favorite series. I just love the feel of it in the hand. And I'm going to do, like I always do. I use the same colors a lot in my looks. I'm going to use this one right here, and then Natasha's side, and that is Masi, I think, M-A-S-I. And then on the other side is Peach Sangria, which is this one right here. Alright, so we are going to see what it does. Ooh, that's pretty. And this is how well Marissa knows me. So we only knew each other through Instagram and YouTube. And let me just tell you what this channel has done to me. I started it for my breast cancer journey, and then it became me sitting in front of this mirror, putting on makeup, talking to you guys. Because the love of makeup is just so important to me. Not important as in like this is important for my life, but literally, like, I just love makeup so much. And that's how I've met so many of you guys. And I've had so many conversations with you guys. And it helps my social anxiety so much. And that's how I met Marissa. And I think she like commented on something, or I don't even remember how. I mean, she may remember, but I don't remember. And she knows my jam. I mean, she knows these are my colors. Years ago, these were not my colors. Years ago, I was a black, gray, and this red color. In high school, I was blues. You know, of course, I was in the 80s. I was an 80s kid, so. But now I wear a lot of warm tones. I'm not good with pastels, though I have recently tried them. And I do like some of them. But these are my jam. Since I started with my purple hair, it just seems like, you know, when I covered my grays with purple, I've gone into a lot of warm tones. So when I got this, I was like, oh my gosh, these are my jam. She knows me this well. So you'll see these colors on my eyes a lot in videos. A lot. It's like a broken record. And I apologize for that. And I shouldn't have to apologize, but I know it gets kind of monotonous with my colorization on these palettes that I do. Yeah, these are my jam. I'm like into that sunset look. And that started with my James Charles palette. I didn't do that. I didn't actually get into colors until I got my James Charles palette. That opened my eyes, so to speak, on colors. And then my Jaclyn Hill palette opened my eyes on reds and oranges. He started with the colors, and then when I got her palette, I really got into the reds and oranges and yellows, like majorly. And then the Juvia's Place, it was all over. Once I got that, I'm like, ooh, color, ooh, what can I do? And now it's like I just keep experimenting. I still haven't quite got the hang of, I can't do really halo eyes because my eye shape just does not work with that. And cut creases, I just can't. I've tried, I suck so bad at that. You know, maybe one day I'll try it, but oh my gosh, I suck so bad at cut creases. Okay, the Nastasha side is just, I love it. Oh my gosh, I hope this doesn't mean that I'm going to want Nastasha Denona stuff. Oh. Another friend of mine that I've met through this journey of mine talks about how much I'm going to love Nastasha Denona and Pat McGrath, because I ordered 2 Pat McGrath palettes. And before you go jumping on the, oh my gosh, she spent money on Pat McGrath. No, I got the minis, the itty bitty ones, and I'm pretty sure they're probably only going to be that big because they're only $17. And if you know her mothership palettes are like 129 or 125, which I'll never spend. And I pray to one day they go on sale really cheap because they are stunning, but they are outrageous because they're literally like these tiny little like Anastasia colors, palettes sizes. But I just got, they had like this little sale where they were on sale for $17, and they're like little mini palettes, but I got a feeling they're going to be like elf colors or something, sizes. I mean, I just got a really bad feeling they're going to be tiny. But I wanted to try him because I love his lip colors, because Marissa bought me some lip colors that I went on Sephora site and bought all the rest. But they're all minis, they're tinies. But I really, really, really like them. Okay. So, what are you guys thinking so far? And you know, I was going to fast forward through this video and show you like the end result, but I'm not going to, because I've said in previous videos that I'm going to be doing some talking in some videos and not in others. And this is going to be a talking video. So, yeah, this is going to be a long one. And you know what? I don't care. I want to talk to you guys today because I want to. Because I can. I like this eye better. I think it's prettier. Not that I won't pick this palette up again either, because here lately, the palettes I've been using are palettes that I'll definitely be picking up again. Like the ones I did from Hot Topic. I like those palettes a lot. So I can see me picking these up again. I really do. Especially the Nastasha one. I mean, I don't think there's a doubt. I really like it. But I do need something for this inner corner because it's too late. I think I do need something that's going to pop a little bit in that. So I'm going to have to use a lighter color in there. And I'm struggling trying to figure out what color that's going to be. Okay, this color's up a little bit more than this one, but I kind of like it not up as high, but I've already done one, so I gotta even it out a little bit over here. I love this little brush. This one's a brighter purpley, and this is like more of a deeper purple. You know what I mean? This one's brighter and this one's deeper, but they're still very similar. And that's what I wanted to do with the Battle of the Palettes. I try to do palettes that are very similar. This color is a little harder to work with, I'm not gonna lie. If you've noticed, I'm sitting here rubbing. It's kind of wanting to stay where I'm putting it. This one's a little harder to work with, that particular color. This one is spreading out more, but it's almost like it's spreading out too much because it's going up too far. But this one's kind of staying put in that V where I want it to, if that makes any sense. And I'm getting ready to, I'm gonna actually start it and stop it myself. Okay, I didn't want it to cut off while I was talking again. I'm just gonna bring it down, smoke it out. And I'm going to put other colors underneath here too, because I want to play with some other colors in the palettes. And that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. I am going to take this brush, and you know, I've talked about this brush before, which is this motor brush right here, and see how it leans? It's not supposed to do that, because I ordered more of them and they don't do that. See? It doesn't do that. It was in the package, and I think because I put it into a bag, and when I put it into the bag, it bent it. So now I'm like sitting here trying to bend the other ones because it works like really good. So I like keep holding it. I'm going to use an orange color underneath because I want to be able to use the same. So in my Nastasha, it is the color Tribe, and it's this one right here. And then in my other one, it is Peach Punch, which is this one right here. There, a little better look. And I'm going to use that one underneath. But I like this little brush because it kind of tucks under really, really cool. Like you can get right up underneath there. I don't know how it would work for like an eyeliner situation because it's kind of fluffy. Because you can like barely put any weight on it. And then you can actually push down on it and it makes it thicker. So you put it down, then you can push pressure on it to smoke it out. And I don't know how that would work like in a potted type liner. Because I do have those liners, and I used to use them all the time, and now I hardly ever use them since I got my Charlotte Tilbury. And then let me use the other one. And I came really close to buying a Charlotte Tilbury palette. She had a sale, or Beautylish had a sale on her palettes this weekend. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to pay that for it. The one that's like it's like a long skinny palette, and oh gosh, it was so beautiful. I wanted it so bad. I don't know if it was Pillow Talk, it was something. It was 75 bucks. I'm like, yeah, I can't do it. I can't. So I didn't do it. And then their smaller palettes were on sale, and it was like 4 pans. I just couldn't do it. So instead I bought the Norvina, the new Norvina 4. I bought 1, 2, and 4 because number 3, or 1, 3, and 4. 1, 3, and 4, because number 2 is like all blues and greens, which I don't work well with on my eyes. And number 4, I had a coupon for number 4, and which I swore I wasn't going to get, but then I had a coupon for it. So I know one of my videos I had in the comments where I wasn't going to buy that one unless I found it on sale. Well, I ended up having a coupon, so I got that one on sale, and then I got the other ones. So yeah. But I could not bring mine, so I just couldn't. Not for as many colors are in it. But I'm really starting to like the Charlotte Tilbury line of stuff. Yeah, those. I need to find something else underneath. I want something brighter. But there's no blues or anything like that in the other palette. Just kind of browns and stuff, so I don't know what to even put on. Make sure I get the right one. On the other eye, to be honest. Because I like to have that blue, but there's no blue in the Too Faced palette. And if I use brown, both, you know, it's kind of, I guess I'll have to. Peach Tart, which is this one right here, is going to be on the Too Faced. And then Shea, which is this one right here, is going to be in Nastasha. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend it up. And this gives me a basis where I'm going to put my liner. It's like a cheat liner. And that noise in the background is him mowing, which you probably heard in the other video the other day, so, because he was mowing the other day in the video too. And the reason I am doing this right here is to pull my lid up. Because of my hooded eyes, it kind of lifts it up to put that liner in there. It helps. Okay, so far I'm really liking the Natasha side better. I'm not sure what your opinion is, guys, but I really like the Natasha side better. This side over here seems like it's more patchy, and that color that I was putting in, it's like I said, it's kind of, you know, it kind of went away as I was putting it in. And I'm gonna put some more on now, like just in this V. But you kind of have to play it up, and the more you put it in, the more it kind of went away. So I'm just going to put more in, and I'm not going to brush it out. I'm just going to like tap it into that, like a little bit of a V there. And that's what you kind of have to do with it. I'm very light-handed with my makeup, and I've talked about this in several videos. But yeah, I really like the Natasha side, and I didn't really want to. I know that's awful to say, but I really didn't want to. I wanted to like the other side, because I didn't want to have to like Natasha. Oh my gosh, Jennifer, if you're watching this, you were so right. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put a color over top, and I'm just going to use the same brush on both of those because the colors are so similar. I'm going to use a motor brush on that again. I haven't used much of my bling. Let me use a bling. I need to use a bling. We're going to bling it. All right, I'm going to use the bling. No, this is a lip brush, but I use it for. Whoops, sorry. I use it for. It's an L1, I think, right? So yeah, I use it for my over top of my eyes, and I'm going to just use. I'm not even going to use a color there. I'm going to use one of these. This is actually LA Colors. This is a highlighting palette that I got from my friend Maya, and they're only $1 at the Dollar Tree, but this is one of the beautiful ones. I love it. Look at that. I'm just going to grab one of the highlighter colors from there, and I'm going to put that over top. The only thing about this lip brush is it's kind of stiff, so you just gotta be careful you don't rub off. Just I didn't leave much space up there to use the thicker brush. So I'm just kind of tapping it in. And I see that I did not, one thing I see over here, I don't remember which brush I use now. I didn't bring it up far enough over here. So I'm just bringing this up because it's not matching the other eye very well. The pigment on these little dollar shadows, oh my gosh. Can we even talk? Can we even? And I will be using this as my highlighter today as well. Alright, but I still want to put something like on this first part, like right here, because it's just missing something. But what I'm going to do, since I really don't have anything here that's going to even match up, I am going to use this color right here. I don't know how it's going to look, but I'm going to use the stone color and the Natasha. And I'm going to use my finger because I'm just really curious of what it's going to look like. Let me just use the Natasha side just to see. Okay, might have not been the best decision. Might have not have been. Might have not have been. But hey, you know, it is what it is, and I've already done it. So, yep, it is what it is. It is what it is. Can't go back. Well, I mean, I could. Yeah, we're gonna take that out. We're gonna buff that out with this color right here. I'm just gonna put in. We're putting in this color Malia, like right there. That little color there. We're just gonna put that in there instead because that was not a good decision. For some reason, I thought it was going to be more of like a, I don't know what I thought. Actually, I don't know what I thought. And I'm going to show you the amount of kick up in this pan, guys, because there's a lot. There's a lot. All right, that doesn't, Okay, I'm gonna show you, there's a lot in both of them, but this is the amount of kick up in that pan, and this just went over there when I did that. And this is the amount of kick up in that pan. There's a whole lot of kick up. So if kick up is not your thing, just saying, which that happens with a lot of high dollar pans, but it's not on my face. There's not a lot of fault on my face. I do have this nice Sigma brush that I like to use for that, but there's really not. I mean, there's not a lot of kick up at all. A lot of fallout, I mean, on my face. That's the good thing. There's not a lot there. So, yeah, there's not. And I'm trying this Charlotte Tilbury finishing powder. I'm not, as much as I love my foundation, I am not sold on this yet. To me, it seems like it's really drying. And I did use my, because I thought the other day that the reason for the dryness was the Tarte concealer that I was using, but I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury today, and it's still, you can see it. You know, I don't know. It's really dry underneath my eyes. And I tried with my beauty blender, and I also tried with, it's not even a beauty blender, it's my Juno sponge. I tried, you know, using it that way, and it's still the same. Speaking of beauty blenders, I need to tell you, I talked about it before, but I want to tell you a little bit more before I know I'm going off subject here. These sponges right here, guys, I talk about my Juno. You guys know I love my Juno. You know, my Juno sponges, my Fusion, and my other Juno sponges that I have, my little baby ones, I just showed you that one. They also have a blue one, are great for like getting up here underneath the eyes. They're great for down the nose, around here. And these sponges from Blend My Face, not sponsored any way, shape, or form. You get them off Amazon, but she's also over on Instagram. I love these sponges more than any sponge I've ever tried. Sorry, Juno, I know I'm an affiliate code with you guys. These are great, guys. These are still, they're not as damp because they do, one thing they do is they do dry very quickly. But I literally used 2 tiny pumps, and like I said before, I don't even pump all the way down. I like pump. That's it. I do 1 pump, and I do like literally 1 pump does all this, and 1 pump does all this, and then I go back and tap in places that I need to tap. That's it. It stays on top of the sponge and doesn't go all the way down into the sponge. Amazing. And then I use this one for like baking, which I did not do any baking today, and I use it for like powdering, and then I use this side for any concealer that I put on. I just had to tell you. I just had sitting here looking at them. I just had to tell you because I love it so much. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop on the eyes because I don't know what to do here in the corners. Besides, I want to go ahead and put like a little inner thing here with another brush, because I got to have me some inner highlight going on. I really do, because I can't not. I gotta have some, and I want to use that little pink part out of this one. Where's the pink at? There it is. Right, yeah, right there. And I want to use that. Is it coming in? I don't have my glasses on, so it's really hard for me to see whether or not this stuff comes in clear until I look back on my camera. But I'm going to use that here in this corner just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. Because I can. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I'm going to go finish, and then okay, my lovelies, I am back for the finished look. I'm going to bring you in close so you can take a peek here, and we're going to do some comparison. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think it's close enough. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes. If there's any mascara marks, just kind of ignore it. Okay, Too Faced, Nastasha, Denona. Okay, so you saw. I'm going to back you back up, and we're going to talk. We're going to talk some more. Okay, so my thoughts. Giving you time to think. Okay, so my thoughts is, if you look at a distance, like if I was to take my mirror and just look like from here, even with my glasses off since I can't see, actually I can see better far away. I don't see, like if somebody just met me and they were talking like this, you really don't see a whole lot. I mean, it just looks like I just got a little heavy-handed with the dark color. You really don't see a whole lot of difference when you look like that. When you come up close, you can actually see that this side has got like a smoother look to it. This side you can see the patchiness, and it could be because I do have a chickenpox scar right here, and that's where I have a lot of problems with some colors getting patchy, and it's just because I have that chicken pox scar, so a lot of it skips. It could be that, I don't know. But it blended out too much, and you saw where I had to go put a little bit more in that little V area there. But it still performed really, really well. I mean, Too Faced products perform well. I've got a couple palettes by them, but not many. I mean, you've heard me talk about it before. I got it in my BoxyCharm. Other than that, I've never like went out and like out of my way purchased. This is the only one I've ever purchased. So I have, what, just the two, I guess. I think I have one coming in my June Boxy Luxe, I think. So I don't know if I'd purchase it again. I'm not a big fan of the Too Faced brand. The only thing I have is a few lipsticks. I have my my bronzer, and then like that. I just don't particularly care for the brand. Just I don't like what they really stand for, or what a particular family member stood for during an incident that happened recently. Other than that, I really don't have much of their brand. I do like this palette though. I think it's really pretty. I wish there was something a little lighter. I did, because I'm that person. I had to go in a little bit here in the corner, and I had to use this color right here in this LA Colors, which is that color right there. I had to go in and put a little bit just like right there, because I had to have a little bit of a pop of color. So when I went off camera, I did extend that up more than just like in the corner, because I just had to, because I'm just that bitch. I had to do it. And I did use, like I said, I used that pink as my highlighter. And can we just stop for a minute? Can we just stop? Just for a minute. And just look at this highlighter. $1. $1. Yeah. Maya bought me the whole entire set that they had there. She got the eyeshadows, the blushes, and the highlighters. And a lot of the blushes to me is more highlighter colors. They're a little too shiny. I don't like shiny blushes. I like just a basic blush. What you see here is what my son bought me, this set here for Mother's Day. And it's actually like this kind of palette. And it is this color right here. Let me show you. My blush colors are these colors right here is what I use for my blush colors. But there's no bronzer or anything in there, no highlighter colors. So I use that highlight, but I mean, $1 anyway. So let's talk a little bit more about the Nastasha Denona side. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The colors blend very well together. As you saw, I had no trouble whatsoever blending those colors. That color stayed dark on the outside exactly the way I wanted it to. I didn't have any problems with it leaving the way I did over here. This color, this side over here, as you can tell, is just it's kind of there. This color pops a little bit with that dark in the corner. But they still look the same. I mean, there's not that much difference. Personally, I think the Nastasha side won. It's very close, but I think the Nastasha side won. Price point wise, if you were to divide the colors out, like how much each palette costs compared to how many shadows are in it, this wins because this is $3.75 per color. This is $4.30 per color. So if you're looking at economic speaking wise, this is better economically speaking. Both of them economically speaking are not good, because, you know, especially if you go back to the regular price, you know, let's just face it, too much for a palette. However, if you have the money to spend, if you have it, you know, and if you're a review channel, if you're looking for products to review, then yeah, I mean, if you can afford it, then get it. If you can't afford it, then do not spend your money on it. There are other things you can spend your money on. I have a lot of palettes that compare, like, as far as like the colorization goes of this. I mean, there's tons of Juvia's Place palettes. There's Jeffree Star palettes. There's Milani palettes. There's a lot of other palettes that have these colors. I just showed you. There's Too Faced palettes. There's a lot of palettes that have these colors in it. This color right here, though, I mean, that color there is a very pretty color. I'm not sure. And like, just touching them, they feel so good. And this color here, we didn't really play a lot with this color besides the under eye color. It's really pretty, and I did not touch this blue. So let's just look at this blue. Oh, I wish I had touched that blue. Look at that blue. That's really pretty, guys. That's a really pretty blue. And we didn't look at this color here. That's is it nitro? I don't know what color. This gray right there. But yeah, I mean, look at those colors. They're just really, really, really pretty. And then this color down here at the bottom, that's that color right there. So yeah, I mean, I really like it. I'm sad to say that, and the reason I say that I'm sad to say that is because I'm scared that I'm going to want to go buy more of her palettes. And at that price point, it scares me. I won't pay the $129. I won't pay $125. I won't pay $80. I just will not pay those price points. But I can see me paying a $60 price point because I buy Jeffree Star, and Jeffree Star's, you know, $58, $52. I did not buy his new one, and the reason I did not buy his new one is because it's a very monotone. It had nothing to do with the name, because let's face it, as hard as it is to hear that name right now with everything going on, a year from now, it'll still be going. A year from now, 10 years from now, that will still be a touchy subject, no matter how we look at it. I did not want to jump on that bandwagon talking about that, but, you know, it's something we're always going to be talking about. So, and he did have it planned for release. You know, he talked about it in January, so it's something that it was going to release anyway, and he's always going to be, you know, there's always going to be drama surrounding him, no matter which way you go about it. So yeah, it's going to still be there. So I didn't get it that day. I literally forgot about it. I remember the night before, and then that morning I totally forgot about it and didn't remember till 2 o'clock, and it was already sold out. I didn't think it was that great of a palette, because they're all pretty much like, there's the grays over here, and if you go skip over here, the grays over here are almost the exact same color. But there's a few colors in there that I think are absolutely gorgeous, and I think once I have the palette in my hand, I'm going to like it. So I'm going to wait until the restock, and then I'll probably try to buy it because I have everything else he does. But yeah, there's so many Jeffree Star palettes that have so many colors in it for the price that you can get this for. So, you know, it's just a matter of personal preference, and if you have the funds to be able to get it. But if I can find another palette by her on sale, then I might do it. If I have some coupons and things like that, I might. Because the Sunrise palette, I know it looks really pretty, but it's still the same type of colors. You know, by the time I ended up with my eye. Anyway, on my lips, I did go in with these three by the Ella and Mila. And the colors that these are, and let me go ahead and put my glasses on, guys, since I've already shown you the look. And I'm going to talk a little bit about these. And this video is extremely long, so I may have to go back in and cut some of the, when I was doing the eye look. I said I wasn't going to, but I might have to. The colors are called Agent Provacateur, Touch of Love, and Blush. They dry down very dry. I'm not gonna lie. The colors are very pretty. I did have to go in and put the Too Faced on, like, around the outside edges, because these were so dry that I was having trouble, like, doing that. It was just like, and I kept getting on my teeth, so I did have to, like, because this had this, let me show you the way that, see the way this right there? I had to go in and just kind of, like, do this, just to have some comfort in my lips, because they were so dry. And then, but they're a beautiful color, but they were just really, really dry. I did use, I forgot to tell you, in my inner rim, instead of using white like I usually do, I used my ColourPop Joyride, which is this color right here. I decided just to play it up and be different besides my normal bone and white colors that I usually use. And then over top of my lips, for a little bit of a gloss, I used my Anastasia in the color Bella, which is this color right here, and I just put it right in the middle just to kind of gloss it up a little bit. And this for my, I use my By Cherry mascara, but I use the black lash primer and this Blink that I got in one of my boxes, and I really like it. It, like, really I'm blurry, there we go. It really works, and you can use it as like a mascara. It works great, especially on the bottom lashes. I think that's it. I think I've talked about everything I have on my face. If you're here for the first time and you want to subscribe, then you know where the subscribe button is down there. Go ahead and hit that now, and hit that like button while you're at it. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that bell notification so you know when I'll upload, because I upload 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week. I don't know when. That's another thing, guys. I want you guys to let me know what you want me to do. Like, do you like it when I have a lot of videos? Do I do too many videos? Do you want me to do, like, I have like all these subscription boxes. Do you want me to start doing like a head-to-head thing? Like, put my Ipsy against my Birchbox, and then do like my Ipsy Plus against my BoxyCharm, instead of doing separate videos? Because I did do my Ipsy against my Birchbox last month, or this month. But do you want me to do, instead of doing both my BoxyCharms, or, you know, both my Ipsies or whatever, do you want me to start doing like a head-to-head so I don't have so many videos? Just let me know what you think. I'm just curious what you guys think, because I do sometimes, some weeks I do a lot of videos, some weeks I do like 8 videos, but then like the next week I'll do like 4 or 5. So I want your thoughts on that. I'm just curious of what you guys think. I want to make this channel about, not just about me, but about you guys too. So I want to know what you guys want to see, and yeah, just let me know. I'm curious what your thoughts are. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me. It really does. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. It really does mean a lot to me. Like a lot to me. So thank you. Go and take care of each other. Be good to each other. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.